So hello and welcome to the Country Music Social Media Sessions with me, Helena Mays, and I'm very happy to have Stuart Rolfe from the Daylight Studios with me today. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
Good, and he's looking very, very smart. Hat and the waistcoat looking very cool today.
Thanks. Try. It's a reason to dress up.
I think so. Yeah, I had Sam and Adrian from the Heart and Roots band last night, and Adrian was wearing this really colourful, snazzy kind of shirt, and she was all dressed up. Well, I thought, that's kind of cool because we don't get a chance to, do we?
No.
No. Well, so I understand you've got a single coming out. What happens when? And that comes out. It's basically pre-saved now, isn't it?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
It's on pre-save now. It was written. Well, it's basically written about the times we're in. And the circumstances that they create, from people whinging about the climate to, unfortunately, and people then, going in hospital and their partners can't be in with them. So
that's a very apt kind of thing to write about at the moment, and to think a lot of people will probably relate to it, which is good. But how did you manage to work with the lockdown? Were you kind of in and out of the studios when you could? So it was just like in between lockdowns?
Yeah, it's funny. I've been working with Tyler Spicer, and we've worked. It's been working really well in this last part of the lockdown because even though you've got the shielding side of things, we've been working. Really, it's worked really well distancing wise at NAM, and it's been great.
And you're looking for, you're going to do a video, aren't you? Because I saw something on social media that you were trying to get a video together. That's hard at the moment.
I am. Yeah, I'm looking for some run down sort of old barns around the area and things like that, to do a video in. I've got someone interested in doing it with me, which is Stuart Tucker.
Okay.
And he's done a few. So, yeah.
Nice and run down. Yeah, it's quite good fun doing it like that. And obviously at the moment we're quite limited, aren't we, in what we can do and how many people we can get together with.
Yeah, exactly. That is the problem. Yeah.
So tell me about yourself and your band. So how is it just you that does the main part? Have you got like a whole band together, and who are they?
I have got a whole band together at the moment. It's me, and then I've got Dylan Smith, who's the guitarist who lives in Trowbridge. He's a well-known person around this area. He's very Straits influenced, which is great for me. And especially as he was my old boss, so I got to go that way.
Yeah.
And then I've got Tyler Spicer, who's our bassist, producer, engineer, and chap who makes it sound good.
He's very good, Tyler.
And
yes.
Then I've got, he is. He's superb. And Daniel who's up in Nottingham, who's a harmonica player. And then Ollie Hopkins, which everybody knows, the drummer from Manchester.
Oh, okay. So quite a few of you.
Darcy and yeah.
Yes, and Darcy.
Yeah, there is. But recording-wise, unfortunately, I haven't been able to use Daniel or Ollie because of distance and everything else.
Yeah.
And crossing the zones when we had them, and all that.
Oh gosh, the good old days when we had tears. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one, the tears. Yeah. It feels like the Hunger Games, you're in different areas. But and then so I've been using Robert Bryan, who's an international drummer, very well renowned, and he's put some magical touches on it as well.
Oh, brilliant! So I look forward to hearing that. I think Ken sent me the song, which I'll be playing on my next week's show on Radio Downtown. So I'll be playing that next week. Yeah. So I'll give you some airplay as well. So what's your songwriting process?
That's great.
Is it you that writes all the songs, or do you get together with a team?
No, at the moment it's just me, and it's not deliberate. That's just the way it's been because of lockdowns.
Yeah,
really. I'm very much normally a team player. I mean, I sit. I'm my head's full of junk. I write all the time. And different melodies and things. And it's always about things that are going on. You see something and it'll stick in your mind. And sometimes nothing happens. And then all of a sudden, 3 o'clock in the morning, you wake up sort of with lines pouring out of your head, and yeah. But I'm usually very organic in my way of writing. either someone will come up with lyrics and a melody, or I will. And like the guys in the studio know that I'll go in there with the idea, but they might come up with a better idea for the song. And if it works and it's, you know, we'll all go for it. You know, that's what we do.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these people that, I won't sit there and go, no, it's got to sound like this, 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 and this, because, you know, I'm just me. And if you've got 3 or 4 guys with different ideas and they all bring it all together, it makes a far better song.
I think so. And I think sometimes it's very easy to get in that way, isn't it? No, I agree with you completely. I find that when I do interviews, I get asked the same question over and over again. It's like, well, what's your songwriting? Do you write melodies first? Do you write lyrics first? It just depends on what mood you're in, doesn't it? And how your mind's working at the time. Yeah.
Quite often. Well, this one, I wrote it as a poem, really.
Yes.
And then I had to change all the lyrics and change it around a bit because it didn't work to sing as a poem.
No, that's it.
It was just something about the time, and I just had to get it out because it was sat there and it was like, you know, wanting to come out. So I wrote it.
Well, good for you. So when's What Happens When out? When's it actually out to buy and download completely?
March the 26th it drops.
March 26th. So we've got a few weeks,
Yeah. Got a few weeks. Yeah. It was quite funny. It's the only one that I've managed to get out early and on time and do everything. It's really funny. Everything. The Christmas song, I had a week to do everything.
Yeah, it's funny how it works.
This one I've actually managed to get it right.
I think it's because of lockdown, because usually you've got more time to do it. And I think because of lockdown, we want to create quicker and faster and get things out. And I managed to get like an album out and a Christmas album out within lockdowns last year. And it's like, normally I probably wouldn't have done that. Yeah. It's just...
No, that's it. You sat at home, more
time to think.
The thing is... sorry, it does give you time. Yeah. Sometimes too much, because then you start tweaking around with things and going, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should go back to where I was. And
yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Definitely. So would you like to do a song for us?
Sorry?
Would you like to do a song for us?
I'm actually going to do what... I'm going to start off with What Happens When, but I'm going to do the acoustic version.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Of how this is how it all started.
Okay.
But this is not. It sounds very similar to the main track, but not quite the same, because the full band setup was.
No, that's fine. Different. Yeah, give a bit of a bash on the guitar just so I can hear the sound. Yeah.
Changing from blue to red, nothing but troubles and strife ahead. Distant mountain tops just melting away, leaving certain people in complete dismay. They say that we can't go out, it's not the war they were talking about. Looking at across the room, people's faces, where have they gone? Eyes just stare out, no smiles to be seen. I just want to live in my little dream. What happens when I awake at dawn's first light? I roll over to see your eyes. Then I remember it all from yesterday, when they came and took you away. Looking at across the room, people's faces, where have they gone? Eyes just stare out, no smiles to be seen. I just want to live in my little dream. What happens when? What happens when? see the girls and the boys in blue. So thankful for everything you do. Looking across the room, people's faces, where have they gone? Eyes just stare out, no smiles to be seen. I just wanna live in my little dream. What happens when? What happens when?
Wow, that sounds so good live. Good, your voice is excellent. Your voice is outstanding. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you for that.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Oh no, it's just so good because you sound. It's good when you play it. You can cut it live, and that's what I like. It's nice because it does sound very much. You know, your voice. It sounds like it very much is on a record, which is fantastic. Thanks for that.
Well, that was one of the things that we tried to do is only do what I do. You know, record. There's no there's a bit of reverb, and that's it. We don't use any gadgets or gizmos because I just don't like some people where they go, you know, record sounds ace. You go out and sit here and live and you can't, you know, I am who I am and this is what you get, you know, at the end of the day.
No, I understand that completely. So now I was introduced to you through Ken, actually, at Country Music Social Media, who's been helping with your airplay and that. And how did that come about? How did you get involved with him and how are you finding it?
Yeah, very well. Basically, it's really weird. I saw some bits and pieces on Facebook because I come from a session world and things like that, and I really didn't have much to do with the British country music scene, more to do with the American scene and sort of in the background. So I didn't even know who the BCMA was at one time. I mean, that's how bad it was. Sorry.
That's all right. That'll be fine.
But the funny thing is that when I came over, I started doing some research because I wanted to do everything myself. And I left the session work to start writing myself and everything else. And that's when I decided that, you know, I should sort of start following and get involved with people. And I saw this and spoke to a few people and they said, you ought to get involved with them. And I did. And it's the best. Brilliant.
Yeah, he's a very big fan of yours as well.
Is it?
Yeah, he's so good.
He's great. He is. And you know what he does is just great. Well,
fantastic.
The whole team really.
Thank you. Well, I got on board kind of by accident. I was the last one. I mean, obviously he works with Rachel, doesn't he? As you know, obviously Tyler.
Yeah.
And she's fantastic as well. She's a lovely girl, and
Rachel is, yeah,
she is lovely. I haven't met Tyler yet, and I've met Ken several times, but I'm only meeting people kind of virtually at the moment. So I'm trying to convince Ken to have a kind of country music social media kind of festival at some point, so we can all go and like play, get people to come and watch, and actually meet each other and network a little bit, which should be fun, and get radio people to come. So I'm working on that, but because obviously you probably realise now how social media, especially at the moment with all these lockdowns and restrictions, it's really important for us unsigned to get out there, isn't it? And have you found it easy to work with?
Very. Well, see, I'm like a granddad in all this now. Well, that's how I feel because I was in the music industry really when you did physical drops. You know, you did a gig and a concert, and you announced that you're dropping, and there was big adverts in the paper and radio and all this. Not mine, because obviously it was other people's then. But that's, you know, and that's all changed. That doesn't happen anymore. Not, you know, it's all virtual. And so I played, you know, I had a Facebook account as normal, like everybody else does. But I had to catch up very quickly on things like Instagram usage and everything else, you know, and that. And so I'm sort of a bit of a digital dinosaur, really.
Oh, you're not the only one, really. To be it is hard to get your head around because there's so much of it, isn't there?
And it's remembering to post on like all three, you know, main sites and things like that. You know, and then you got the groups, and then you've got everything, you know, and
oh gosh,
you seem like you checked it, and I think Facebook are just making it harder for people now.
Yes, They are the
as
live
well.
streams.
You used to be able to go down the list and tick the groups or press the button to the group, and now you've got to do them individually and what have you. I think
it's very time consuming, isn't it? And it's not as easy to work with, especially when you're trying to do Instagram and Twitter and you're trying to work on YouTube and everything like that. So this is so much of it. It's like you get swamped quite easily.
There is. It's everywhere.
Yeah. But it's very obviously at the moment we need it.
Oh, absolutely. Without it, there'd just be no audience at all.
No, it's a shame.
That's the sad thing.
It's a shame. So I know we talked earlier about before we went on live about future plans, because I know it's very difficult at the moment. But have you got any festivals coming up this year? Yeah,
we've got the Salisbury Solstice Festival.
Oh wow, that sounds
good.
I think
it's the end of in June at Stonehenge. Very strange idea, I think. But
that's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
great.
So and then we've got Canada booked at the moment.
Wow.
But that's all sort of touch wood.
Yes, of course.
And that's based off the back of Heartland, which was where Quarter Mile went to. But it just depends on this. To be honest, what's holding it back at the moment is the COVID passport, the vaccination passport.
You don't know what's happening, do
because Canada won't let us in. Well, Canada won't let us in without one.
Oh, really?
So unless we can get, that's the latest I've got from.
That's interesting.
From Calgary. So
makes you wonder how many other countries will follow suit.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
And we've got the Ilfracombe Country Music Festival, which is a new one.
Yes.
Dr. John's, that's it, yeah.
Yes, Hot Roots Band are playing there. Yeah.
Yes, they are, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people, it's going to be a great one.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. It's lovely down there as well, that neck of the woods. So where are you actually based?
Yeah. Chippenham.
Oh, Wiltshire. Oh, you're up the road from me, really, then.
Yeah. Am I?
not quite, but it doesn't take long to get there. I'm only I'm in Dorset in Bournemouth, so it's not too far actually.
Oh, okay, yeah. So no, it's easy to get to everywhere from here because you've got the motorway just up the road, and that's it. Yeah,
you're quite central actually. We're a bit sort of further down off the beaten track, really. But no, it's really good to talk to you. So I'm going to ask you to play out one more song, if I may, and then we'll end the meeting there. But thank you so much for joining me. I'm really looking forward to it. What are you going to play for next?
I'm going to play a new song.
Oh, okay.
That hasn't been recorded yet.
Exclusive.
And it's called but it's it's a summer song, and it's just a good feel-good factor. But it's typically country. It's about white tank tops and small shorts and things like that. So
go for it.
Right. Grew up in a small town world, Friday night to see the girl, you know, the kind that's been to him. Hang on.
That's all right, I'll cut that out. Adrian was playing yesterday, actually. When Adrian was on, I think we had 3 attempts for the first song, so don't worry.
No, it's all right. It's actually, one of the worst things is there's a shadow. I can't even see the words.
Oh no. Take them up, I won't know.
To remember. Yeah. Grew up in a small town world, driving at night to see the girl. You know the kind that's been to him. Built a mom of a lot of fear. I don't know what I did that night. No, I can't recall. I can't remember what I did. Know it once more. My tank told me smoke me short, long time legs. Did it, girl? White tank tops and smoke me shorts, long White tank tops and sloppy jogs and long-time legs. Girls, girls. White tank tops and sloppy jogs and long-time legs. Girls, girls. Scars and from many roses. Tattoos and so many stories. White tank tops and sloppy jogs and long-time legs. Girls, girls. White tank tops and sloppy jogs and long-time legs. Girls, girls. White tank tops and sloppy jogs and long-time legs. Girls, girls.
Oh, roll on summer, right? That was great. Thank you so much. A bit of exclusive there from Stuart Rolfe. Thank you very much for making us dream of summer. That's what we want, dreaming of summer. It will be here before we know it, I'm sure. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hope so.
Oh, yeah, so do I.
No, that's all right. Thank you very much.